Good morning. Welcome again to Morning Devotions, and thank you again so much for our time together. Prayerfully, by tomorrow, we'll begin to have daily devotions coming to you direct from Israel. We're starting down in Tiberias at the Sea of Galilee, and we're just going to be taping a lot of daily devotions down there because, forgive me, it's something I want all of you to see. It's something I want to share with all of you. It allows you to understand the Bible. When you see the land, it allows you to understand the Bible like nothing ever else will. I want to take you today to a very ugly passage, but sometimes you kind of talk about the ugly ones. In Matthew chapter 27, we find the story. So Judas, beginning with verse 5, threw the money into the temple and left. Then he went away and hanged himself. Now that's ugly. The chief priests picked up the coins and said, "It's against the law to put this into the treasury, since it is blood money." So they decided to use the money to buy the potter's field as a burial place for foreigners. Now, I want you just to notice verse 6. Who picked up the 30 pieces of silver? It wasn't the other members of the Sanhedrin. It was the chief priests, plural. Now, the reason there's more than one chief priest is because you have this dynasty of Annas taking place. So Annas is like the godfather of the chief priest. He's the patriarch of this dynasty. It has nothing to do with the Aaronic priesthood or anything. This actually goes back to the Hasmonean dynasty. This was more of a political appointee. These people were not spiritual people at all. And now his relative, his son or son-in-law, is the high priest. His name is Caiaphas. So actually there's two high priests at this time, Annas and Caiaphas. Just like we have several presidents at one time. As a president has continued to be living, we also call them a president. The chief priests picked up the coins, the 30 pieces of silver, the blood money. It's fascinating to me who picked up the money. When you see who goes and picks up money, you begin to see what's important to people. You begin to see what people really value. Though we act all holy like they did here, and we can't put this into the treasury because it's blood money. Now wait a minute, dudes. You just paid it as blood money. You took money from the treasury, because these were actually treasury coins. You took money from the treasury and paid it as blood money, but you won't put it back into the treasury because it's blood money. But it's amazing, you still go and pick up the coins. I've oftentimes enjoyed watching who goes and picks up the leftovers. Who goes and picks up the leftovers, not of righteousness and miracles like with the little boys' fishes and loaves, but who goes and picks up the leftovers of the devastation of sin? Who profits from the devastation of sin? And that's the thing I want you to see today. Sometimes cut through all the spirituality and cut through all the perceptions and the branding and the marketing and begin to ask yourself the question, who's profiting from what sin has destroyed? Who profits from it? Who's picking up the profits of the devastations of sin? When you see a businessman's life who has been destroyed because a preacher told him it's all right to drink and go to clubs, and now his marriage is destroyed, and who picks up the pieces afterwards? Who goes around and collects the money? Who's profiting from the devastation of sin? That's the thing I want you to see here today. Who profits from the devastation of sin? It's very revealing to open your eyes and look around in life and ask the question. And it's even more revealing to see the answers.